Another important class of system is known as static system or dynamic systems. Whenever we have a situation to respond to something in our life, how we will take decisions or how we will respond to that situation, it is based on our experience. Scientifically, experience is nothing but our memory or the things which is stored in our brain. So based on that experience only we are taking the decisions. That means we have some memory. There are some systems, its response is purely dependent on the present input at the moment. It doesn't have any storage memory or anything like that to keep all the previous inputs in its memory or previous outputs in the memory and respond based on all these things. So such systems are known as static systems. Any system which have some sort of memory so that it can respond to the current signal, the current input based on the past output or past input is known as a dynamic system. Now let us go into the video and analyze what are static systems and dynamic systems.
Instantaneous or static or memoryless systems and dynamic with memory systems. Consider a circuit like this. You can see that the circuit containing only resistors. So this is a resistor network. Now we are applying a voltage here. Now this is a DC battery. Assume that we are giving a variable voltage supply, variable voltage source. From Ohm's law, we know that the output, that is voltage at any time, is equal to resistance multiplied by the current, that is R into I of t. If you carefully analyze, you can see that in this circuit, the output at any moment, for example, output at 5th second, is depending only on input at 5th second. Okay, so output at any moment is depending only on the input at that moment. So this particular system is responding only to the present moments. So in other ways, we can say that this system requires only present input to produce the present output. Okay, so that is the speciality of this system. So if you are applying a variable voltage at any moment, the output is directly proportional to the input at that moment. It is depending only on the input at that moment. Now consider an abstract mathematical model. Here you can see the output y of n, that means output at 10th second, maybe that is an example. 10th second is depending only on 2 times input at 10th second. Okay, so see the relation, minus x square n. So what is mean by that? Square of the input. Okay, at the moment, here also you can see at the moment, because n, everything is n, here also n, here also n, and here also n, that is square of the input, the whole square. So this is the relation. Here you can see this particular system also depending. Okay, so output at any moment, okay, output at any moment or any moment in time, okay, output at any moment in time is depending only on the present input. So we can say, otherwise we can say the present outputs, okay, maybe 10th second output is depending only on the 10th second input. Okay, now if you go to 15th second in output, that is depending only on the 15th second output. It does not care about the past input values. What happened in the past is not at all important here. Okay, here the only important thing is what is the input value at the present moment. I will respond to that. That is the basic behavior of this particular kind of systems. So these are examples of static systems. Okay, now we can define it formally. What is meant by a static system? Okay, so look at the definition. In a system, if the output at any instant t, okay, so this word is very important. Output at any instant, it can be 5th second or 10th second or 15th microsecond, 40th nanosecond, it can be any time instance, depends only on the input at that moment. Okay, so we can say that this particular system lives in the present. It does not care what happened in the past. Okay, so in a system, if the output at any instant t depends only on its input at that instant, then such systems are known as static systems. See, the word means static. Okay, static. It does not have any relation with the past values. Okay, so the present output is depending only on the present input. So such systems are known as static systems. Now, what is the opposite of this behavior? That is, of course, dynamic system. So let us observe what is a dynamic system. Okay, so here I have shown the animation of an LC circuit. LC circuit. Okay, LC circuit. What is meant by LC circuit? Circuit containing inductors and capacitors. The behavior of inductors and capacitors are different from resistance circuits. How they are different? The voltage or current at a particular moment, in the case of capacitors and inductors, are not only depending on the present voltage or current, but also depending on the past, because capacitors are charge storage devices. So we know that at a sudden moment, all the stars will not come to the capacitor and charge. It will take some time for the capacitor to accumulate enough charges. So it is not a momentary thing. It will take some time for the capacitor to accumulate enough charge to produce some voltage. Because of that reason, we can say that, so in the case of capacitors and inductors, we can say that the present response of the system is based on present input. Of course, it is depending on the present input, but also on the past input. See, mathematically you can see the output y of t at any moment is depending on integral. See, 1 by c is a constant. Integral, see, from where to where the integral is changing, that is very important. Here the limit of the integral is very important. It is from minus infinity to t. Okay, x of t dt. That means the input variation from minus infinity. What is my minus infinity? Somewhere in the past to the present moment. So this is the present moment. This is the present moment. Okay, this is the present moment. Okay, so from past to the present moment. Okay, how the input varied from the past time to the present moment, that is responsible for the present moment behavior in the case of an LC circuit. So any circuits which containing inductors or capacitors are examples of dynamic systems, but resistor does not have this problem. They are static systems. Now take another mathematical abstraction of a dynamic system. Here you can see y of n is equal to x of n minus 1. So what is mean by that? Present output. Okay, present output is equal to past input. So in other ways, what we can say about this system? Actually, this system is a delay. What is the function of the system? What ultimately this system is doing? The system is giving the output, okay, as the past input. What is mean by that? At a particular moment, for example, let us say this is first second, third second, fourth second, fifth second, sixth second. If I am giving an input, of 6 volt, okay, as the input to the system, okay, at 4th second, I will get this 6 volt as the output. If I am giving 6 volt input at 3rd second, I will get that same 6 volt as the output in the 4th second. What is happening here? The input is delayed and given as the output. So this is the example of a dynamic system, mathematical abstract model. So equation is this: y of n is equal to x of n minus 1. For example, if y of n is equal to 6 means y of 6 is equal to x of 6 minus 1 is equal to x of 5. What is x of 5? Input at a 5th second or fifth microsecond or fifth nanosecond, whatever it is, right? So output at present moment. So if you take 6th second as the present moment, output at the present moment is depending on the past input. Past input means 6th second input. It is depending on the past input. So in this case, we can say that the system must have some memory. System must have some memory. Why it is required to have some memory? Because otherwise, how can we get the past input values? Because past is past, gone is gone. How can we get back the past input? Only if some kind of memory is present in the system, we can get the past input as the present output. So such systems are known as dynamic systems. Let us take another example of a dynamic system. That is nothing but accumulator. So what is by accumulator? See the mathematical equation y of n. So what is mean by that? Output at any moment. Okay. So output at any moment is calculated like this. What is that? Summation of k varies from minus infinity to n. So these limits are very important, the upper limit and lower limit. Minus infinity to n. So what is my minus infinity? Somewhere in the past to the present input. So this particular accumulator is depending on the past inputs. We have to say past input. So many past inputs and up to present input. Past inputs up to present input. So how can we say an example? Let us say the bank account as an example. Bank account. Okay. An example. How can we say bank account is an example? Maybe in January you are depositing 100 rupees, right? So in February you are depositing 200 rupees, okay? And in March you are depositing 300 rupees, right? The output in March is depending on not only this 300 rupees, it is depending on the past inputs also. What are the past input? It was 200 rupees and 100 rupees. So totally we can say that the output at March will be 600 rupees, and it is depending on the past input in the February month and January month. So this is the best example of an accumulator. So accumulator is a system in which the accumulation of inputs happen. Accumulation means it is storing the inputs and adding it. Actually here addition of inputs is happening, right? Addition of inputs is happening, right? So if you want to add the inputs, we must know all the previous values or all the past values. Then only we can add them one by one and give the output at a particular moment. So this is another best example of an dynamic system. Now let us come to the definition of a dynamic system. A system whose response at t is completely determined by the input signals over the past t seconds. What is mean by over the past t seconds? From minus infinity to t. So minus infinity is past starting moment, okay, and t is the present, okay, and the output at any time t is completely determined by the input signals over the past, okay. So totally if you consider this is capital T, over the past t seconds or any time. It can be any time, right? T microseconds, t nanosecond, any time is a finite memory system with a memory of t seconds. A system whose response at t is completely determined by the input signals over the past t seconds is a finite memory system. Otherwise we can also call it as dynamic system, okay. So dynamic system with a memory of t seconds. It has a memory of t seconds, okay. So what are dynamic system? A system for which present output is depending on present input plus past input, okay. So the present output is depending on the present input and past input. Such systems are known as dynamic systems. I hope it is clear.
I hope you understand the concept of static systems and dynamic system. So anything which respond at the moment without any memory is known as a static system or memoryless system or instantaneous system. But why some systems are behaving as dynamic systems? That means that there is some sort of memory mechanism inside the systems which makes us to remember the past experience, the past input and the past output, so that it can respond to the present input based on all these inputs and outputs. Now consider the discrete time systems which are implemented using computers and microprocessor. One of the main part of such systems is memory, so that it can store the previous input values and previous output values to respond to the current input value. So I hope it is clear.